The library had become your second home. Rows of worn out books, the faint smell of paper, and the comfort of silence. It was the only place you could disappear into. No one cared about your oversized sweaters, the way your glasses slipped down your nose, or how you always carried twice as many notebooks as you needed. Here you were just you, not the nerd, not John Jungkook's secret fiancé, because that was a secret you guarded with your life. Jungkook was everything you weren't: leather jackets, piercing eyes, his name whispered in every hallway. He was the bad boy every girl dreamed of taming and every boy feared to cross. In public, he never once looked at you. Sometimes he even brushed past you like you were a stranger. But behind closed doors, it was different. Your phone buzzed at 2 a.m. with his texts, "Eat something, nerd." Sometimes you would catch his gaze from across campus, sharp and unreadable, but his lips would twitch, just enough for you to know. In private, he was yours and you were his. You had been studying for hours, completely absorbed in your notes, until you felt an unfamiliar cramp tug at your lower abdomen. Brushing it off as exhaustion, you packed your bag and stepped outside. That's when fate decided to embarrass you. As you walked down the hall, Jungkook was strolling from the opposite side. Everyone naturally moved out of his way, but his sharp eyes never missed details, and he didn't miss this one. His gaze dropped for a fraction of a second before his jaw clenched. He saw the faint stain on your pants. The chatter around stopped when he suddenly moved, taking off his oversized plaid shirt and tossing it over your waist in one smooth motion. You froze. Everyone froze. What are you? You whispered, mortified. Shut up, he muttered, voice low and rough. His hand lingered at your hip, the veins in his forearm flexing as he pulled the fabric snug. He leaned down, his breath brushing your ear. Don't say anything, just walk. The students around you gasped. Jungkook, the bad boy who didn't even hold doors open for girls, was helping the nerd. You whispered, cheeks burning. Cook, everyone is staring. Let them. He cut you off. His voice was low, dark, but there was a softness under it only you knew. You are more important. Your stomach flipped. The whispers erupted immediately. Did Jungkook just? No way, the nerd? He touched her. Did you see that? Jungkook didn't stop walking until he had pulled you through a side hallway, away from the curious eyes and whispers. His grip on your wrist was firm but not painful, his strides long and purposeful. Finally, he pushed open the door to the back corridor near the restrooms, where it was quiet. You yanked your hand free, your heart still racing. What the hell was that, Jungkook? What were you trying to do out there? Do you want the whole college to shut up for a second? He cut you off, leaning against the wall, arms crossed. His eyes flicked down at you, sharp but different, concern. You don't get it, do you? Your pants are stained. Your words died in your throat. What? His jaw clenched like he hated saying it but refused to sugarcoat it. You got your period. Someone else would have noticed if I hadn't. He exhaled hard, dragging a hand through his hair. Just thank me later. Your cheeks burned instantly. Heat crawled up your neck, and you buried your face in your hands. Oh my god, oh no. Stop panicking. His voice was low, rough, but not unkind. He shifted closer, lowering his head a little to meet your eyes. Do you have a pad with you? You bit your lip, still mortified. It's in my locker. I didn't even realize it started today. He clicked his tongue, shaking his head. Figures. You are so busy with your damn books you don't even notice your own body. Jungkook, you began, but he held out his hand. Keys. You blinked. What? Locker keys. Give them to me. You are going to the washroom and you are going to wait there. I'll get your stuff. Your mouth dropped open. You are not serious. I don't joke about this kind of shit. He said flatly, then softer, just enough to twist your stomach with butterflies. You think I would let you walk around like that? Not happening, sweetheart. The way he said it, low, protective, like a promise, made your breath catch. You fumbled in your bag and pulled out your locker keys, hesitating. This is so embarrassing. His fingers brushed yours as he took the keys. His eyes softened for a split second before the mask slid back on. It's not embarrassing, it's human. Stop acting like it makes you weak. You are mine. I'll deal with it. Your stomach flipped violently at his words. You are mine. He tilted his head toward the door. Now go, washroom. Don't argue. Are you sure? Why in? His tone was sharp, but the way he looked at you made your knees feel weak. Trust me. You nodded slowly, swallowing the lump in your throat. Oh, okay. Good girl. He muttered under his breath, already turning to leave with your keys. Your heart skipped. Did he just? Before you could process, he glanced back once, his smirk faint but his eyes warm. Stay put. I'll be back before anyone notices. And with that, he was gone, striding down the hall with the same bad boy confidence, but this time carrying your embarrassment like it was his responsibility. You hurried into the girls' washroom, your face still hot, heart hammering against your ribs. You leaned against the cool tile for a second, trying to breathe. This wasn't supposed to happen. He wasn't supposed to care in public, but again, he proved that he was the perfect partner for you. Now you don't regret saying yes to this marriage. Out in the hallway, Jungkook's boots echoed against the floor as he walked toward your locker. People stared, some whispered, some pointed. Girls from your class giggled behind their hands. Is he opening her locker? No way, John Jungkook doesn't even know our names. Why is he holding a pad packet? Oh god, I wish I get my period. He ignored them all, his jaw set, one hand gripping the strap of his bag as the other held your things. He walked back toward the restroom, his expression unreadable, dangerous enough that no one dared block his path. He reached the girls' washroom and stopped right outside the door, leaning against the wall, crossing his arms over his chest. The fluorescent light caught on the silver of his lip piercing as he scanned the corridor with those dark eyes. A group of girls from your class passed by, their voices dropping to a whisper as they saw him. Is he waiting for her? Looks like it. God, he's so hot. Why would he wait outside here for her? Maybe she's blackmailing him or something. He turned his head slightly, eyes cutting to them, and they instantly scattered like birds. He didn't say a word, he didn't have to. Inside, you finished cleaning up as fast as you could, still replaying his words in your head. You are mine, I'll deal with it. When you finally opened the door, he was still there, leaning against the wall, one ankle crossed over the other, hands in his pockets, your pad packet tucked under his arm like it was the most natural thing in the world. His eyes flicked up at you immediately, scanning you once like he was checking if you were okay. Without a word, he stepped forward, holding it out. Here, go fix yourself. You took it quickly, trying to hide it behind your back. Thanks, you mumbled. Your cheeks were hot. You glanced around. A group of girls stood at the end of the corridor, whispering and watching. One of them actually sighed, clasping her hands like she was watching a movie. Jungkook, you whispered, nervous. You should go. People are. He didn't even let you finish. His eyes stayed on you, calm and sharp. I'm not going anywhere. You blinked at him. But they are staring. Let them stare. His voice was low but firm, a little edge of impatience in it. I'm not hiding. You need me here, and I'm here. Something in his tone made your stomach flip. You caught the way the girls' faces softened, like they were watching a fantasy unfold. They weren't seeing the fighter or the rebel right now. They were seeing the boy who could be gentle, the boy who would wait outside the girls' washroom holding a packet for someone he cared about. Every girl in the hallway probably wished it was them, but it wasn't. It was you. You clutched the packet tighter, your voice small. You are ridiculous. He gave the tiniest smirk, leaning closer just enough to murmur, maybe, but I'm yours. Your heart skipped. He straightened again, hands sliding into his pockets, eyes back to the corridor. Go on, I'll be right here. And that was it. He didn't move, he didn't care about the stares or the whispers. The untouchable John Jungkook, dream boy of the campus, was standing there like a sentry, unbothered by the crowd, because you were the only one who mattered to him. The class was buzzing when you walked in. You barely had time to pull out your chair before a group of girls swooped in around your desk, eyes glinting with curiosity and something sharper. So, what's going on between you and John Jungkook? One of them asked, folding her arms. You blinked. What? Nothing? Don't lie. Another curtain, her voice dripping with jealousy. He waited outside the girls' washroom for you with pets. John Jungkook. Do you even realize every girl here dreams about him doing that for them? Your throat tightened as the circle grew smaller. Why you? One of them whispered harshly. You are just you. Her eyes swept over your glasses, your oversized cardigan, your books piled neatly. A nerd. The words stung more than you wanted to admit. You tried to push past them, but they blocked you in, their voices overlapping, accusations, questions, and then the air shifted. The sound of heavy boots against the floor, the sudden silence that always followed him, John Jungkook. He had been walking past the classroom, his phone hanging loose around his neck, when he caught sight of the scene. His eyes narrowed instantly, the sharp cut of his jaw tightened as he saw you cornered, shrinking back against your desk, your face pale. That was it. He shoved the classroom door wider with a loud bang, the sound echoing through the room like a gunshot. Every head turned, the girls froze where they stood. Jungkook stepped in, slow, dangerous, every movement radiating a kind of barely leashed fury. His eyes swept across the group before locking on you. And then his voice cut through the silence, low, deadly, unmistakable. How dare you try to corner my fiancé? The word dropped like a bomb. Fiancé. The classroom went still, mouths fell open. A book actually slipped from someone's hands and hit the floor with a dull thud. Your own eyes widened, your heart stopped, but Jungkook wasn't done. He strode forward, his presence swallowing the room whole. You think you can talk down to her? His voice was sharp, laced with venom. She's 10 times the woman any of you will ever be, and she's mine. Gasps erupted. The girls stared at you, at him. The impossible reality of what he had just said. You open your mouth, breath caught in your chest, Jungkook, but he was already right in front of you, towering over everyone else, one hand slamming down on your desk as he leaned close, his gaze daring anyone to speak. Listen carefully. He said his words cold and precise. If I see even one of you bothering her again, you'll regret it. I don't give warnings twice. No one moved, no one even breathed. Then, softer so only you could hear, his eyes flicked down to you, the rage melting just slightly. You okay? You swallowed hard, your heart racing, and gave the tiniest nod. His jaw unclenched, his hand lifting from the desk, straightening, he shot one last glare at the stunned crowd before tugging his jacket off his shoulder and tossing it casually onto yours, as if to shield you from their stares. And just like that, he walked out, not even waiting for their reaction. But the word lingered in the air, heavy, impossible to ignore. Fiancé. Every girl in the room was left gaping, every rumor already spinning. And you sat there, his jacket heavy on your shoulders, your heart pounding, realizing that nothing would ever be the same again.